Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome to your afternoon messages. Sorry for the delay. The outdoors got me this morning. I was in such a good space and I just wanted to stay outside longer. So I didn't get back in time and I had a reading in the late morning. So I didn't want to rush filming these. So here we are, moving on. Let's get right to it, right? I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing me blab on about everything that I'm doing. All right, so today's message is actually all going to be about shame. I felt a trend in that for me this weekend. I was deep in my shame. I was thinking about every decision I've made in my life, and I was witnessing the shamer. So the version of me inside myself that beats myself up, I had to witness her and hold space for her and be like, all right, Michelle, you were doing the best you could with the tools that you had when you were doing the things that you're not proud of. And I've done a lot of bad things in my life. And I know all humans go through these lessons, these phases, these things that they've done. They're like, what was I thinking? Why did I allow myself to do that, to hurt that person? Or, lately I've been having a lot of clients who are having shame around abortion or adoption or, cheating on somebody, leaving a job without fully like maybe doing something improperly, whatever way society tells us that's proper. But holding on to this, I hate myself because I did that. We have to let that go. And in March, that's what's coming up for everybody. And I sense that a lot of times I go through these things and then it becomes like it's like I'm reading the energy for the future months. And it's so unique because Friday and Saturday, I was deep in my shame and I was beating myself up. I had a good cry. I forgave myself. And I'm like, all right, Michelle, this is here. You got to release it. You have to see that it's a pattern in you, why you made those decisions in the past. And I'll go deeper into the patterns and how it might apply to you and your patterns in your life and the things that you don't feel proud of. But that seems to be the trend for March. So if that is surfacing for you already, you're like me and you're reading the energy beforehand. Because the way we know this is when we hop on a platform, whether it's YouTube, whether it's social media, and we see other people feeling the same way. And we're like, oh, I'm not the only one. And that's how we know it's a trend and it's an energy that's out in the world. So this morning I found a video from my favorite guy, Kyle Cease. And he's one of the videos that I shared here on my channel where he was talking about abandonment. He was coaching another woman through her abandonment fears. And he said, March is going to be a collective shame release. So don't worry if you've been beating yourself up lately. It seems to be what we all need to heal. So we have to embrace it. And it's so funny because I got the Hello Kitty, and I think this is for somebody out there who has not been embracing her or his lion or sex kitten that's inside of you. I know this is relating to like children, but I see this as like your playful side, your wild side, like who threw this shame on you to keep you small and to keep you not being playful? How can we release that shame so that we can be free in our bodies and we don't have to worry about, our shame being seen, right? We can forgive it. We can hold space for it. We can say, I'm not proud of that decision, but I learned a lot. And now that I know better, I will do better. And if you're still not doing better, which that happens to me a lot, I'm like, damn it, I thought I learned that lesson. Why did I just repeat that? Because there's still another layer. So sometimes I know on the healing journey, when we have something to clear or something to heal, it takes layers. It's like an onion. So if you keep finding yourself attracting narcissists, that's because there's some little piece of you that's wanting to be controlled, because narcissists like to control us. They like to know what we're doing all the time. They like to tell us what to wear. They like to be in control. And the way you can test whether you're with a narcissist is when you say no to them, see how they respond, and ask them how they would like to improve themselves. Most of them say that they don't need to. or you watch their clock turning and their mind turning, and they're trying to come up with the best answer that you will like. They're very good with their words. They know exactly what to say to you. Super manipulative. So if you're somebody that's attracting this type of behavior, it's because there's some little piece of you that's yearning to be held by somebody that will control you. So I hope that makes sense. And it doesn't always, like when that little girl inside of us or guy inside of us wants to be controlled, it just means that we felt unsafe in our life at some point. So it's natural, it's okay. But now that we're in these beautiful adult bodies, we don't need to act like that child that still needs to be saved or still needs to be controlled or still needs to be taken care of. We are sovereign beings. We can do things on our own with the help of community and with love and compassion and cheerleaders. So a narcissist will never want you to win. They won't cheer you on. And if they do, it's not genuine. A true test is when you distance yourself from one and you see what they do. That's the true test. If they throw a hissy fit and they tell you, when they call you names and they say, well, you'll be back, now you know you're dealing with a narcissist. I should probably do a whole video on that, shouldn't I? I've dated many narcissists. And I'm still really good at finding out which one's which. Sometimes I really suck at it too. Okay, so we have a horse, which is momentum, riding on the back of that horse, taking it to your dreams, taking it to where you want to go. Horse also means strength training. So who out there needs to up their self-care routine? Start getting your butt to the gym and start lifting weights, because when you lift weights, you feel empowered, you feel strong, and you're connecting your body to your mind and to your soul and to your heart, and it's becoming all a nice like flow. Your body says, I need a workout. So you answer and say, okay, I'm going to go put you through a workout. You feel a little pain, then you feel empowered, you feel strong. And then all of a sudden, because you're pushing through those deadlifts or those squats or those sprints, your mind is overcoming itself, right? It's saying, I got this. We're not going to quit. We're going to do another rep. We're going to do 3 more. And then when you're in your emotional state, in your world, say you're going through emotional turmoil, you're going to say, I got this. Nothing's going to defeat me. I am in control of my mind. So your physical fitness affects your emotional fitness. And that's why I train, because when I train physically, it is training my mind to overcome my ego. And then I can see my ego more. And we got a beautiful angel wing. Some might also see this as a feather. So maybe your loved ones that have passed are sending you feathers on your path, on your walks. This is just beautiful guidance from the spirit world. All right, so I also see this as with the Hello Kitty. Remember I talked about like being wild and free? Guess what horses are, especially this horse? It is wild and free. Look at that. Its tail's blowing in the wind. All right, let's use my deck. Let's see what cards we get for today. And remember, today is 2/28/22. It is a big money day. I've mentioned it many times in the last week. So be on the lookout for job opportunities. I did a reading with a girl this morning and she was so cute. She was a young 20-year-old and she just got, I love my little necklaces, by the way, they're 2 little hearts. She just got an interview for an internship in the summer that she's been kind of manifesting. So I'm so happy for her. I just met her this morning. So I also had a friend, sorry, I keep cutting myself off, but I also had a friend who had a closing this morning on these 2 vacation properties that she owns. So she's about to get a big check in the mail. Who else? There was somebody else who had something big happening today. So it's in the air, money coming in and opportunities. And a lot of times before you have a day like today, where there are things coming your way, you might have a big release over the weekend, like I talked about with the shame, and you're needing to heal something to clear space in your body so you can welcome the good, the new. It's like a rebirth. So you have to like cleanse the clutter to welcome something new in. All right, we have your soulmate is wondering what your love language is. Do you even know? Let's find out and tell them. Physical touch, quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, or gifts. And I have all little question marks. Yikes. So you knowing what you need and what you desire is so important before you walk into a partnership, because you have to be able to verbalize to your partner, like, hey, I like this. What do you like? I would love to give you something. I would love to bring you joy. It would bring me joy to do this for you. That's a beautiful exchange of love. And if you're with somebody that is not used to that, you have to kind of guide them and say, hey, I'm going to share with you what I like. Can you share with me what you like? And if they don't know, encourage them to explore it. A lot of times they've been with narcissists, right? And the narcissist only gives them the love that they think that they should be getting. Does that make sense? So if I'm dating a narcissist, I would only get, maybe the narcissist only knows how to give gifts. Maybe he's rich and he only knows how to buy me things. When in reality, I want quality time. I really don't, but I'm just like playing a role here. So when I'm with a narcissist, the narcissist will never give me quality time. Nope. They won't talk to me. They won't have intimate conversation. They will say, this is what you're getting and you need to deal with it. This is how I love. That's a narcissist. That is somebody you do not want to be in a partnership with. True unconditional love, that is willing to step out of their comfort zone to love you in whatever way that you need love. So if you want quality time, they are going to stretch their limits and they're going to say, okay, how can I do this? How can I step out of my comfort zone and create experiences for my partner? So make sure you know what your love language is. And it's okay if you're all of them. I'm an example of how I'm pretty sure I love all of them. I'm definitely more drawn to the acts of service. And then I love like written notes. My dad used to leave me written notes all the time. My last boyfriends would leave me Post-its around our house when we lived together. And I think it's the idea, this is what it is for me. When I know somebody is thinking of me when I'm not around. So like a random text at 2 p.m. saying, hey babe, thinking about you with your shirt off, whatever it is, like something cute and sassy and sweet. Anything to make me laugh would be huge. So think about that for you. Like, what are some things that people have done in the past, in past relationships, that really light you up? Take note, write it in a journal. And if you're new to my channel, I've created journals on Amazon. They're super pretty and cute. These are my top 2 bestsellers. Maybe it all starts here, getting my shit together. I also have a video series. It's 13 days to helping you get your shit together. I post it every day at 8 p.m. So check that out. But back to your love language, like write down what you like and express it. Tell your partner, because if you want to live a healthy and happy and fulfilled life with a partner who's willing to grow and who's willing to offer you the love that you've been yearning for, you have to communicate and you have to talk, and then you have to take action. Okay, let's do another one. After this one, I'm being called to pull a page from my book. Thank you, Spirit. And we got this one again. I got this one yesterday. Is there a decision you are needing to make? Sit in silence and ask yourself to be open to receiving the answer. Oh, I just had so much fear come over my body. It will come when you least expect it. It will be a gentle whisper from your heart. And as I'm reading this, like I said, I just had immense fear come over my body. And I've been feeling that energy of like, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And I don't know where I'm supposed to be. So I don't know if you're feeling that too. And hopefully it's a universal energy that we're all going through. But I had immense shame over the weekend, guilt, feeling disgusted with myself. And then I had to hold space for myself and say, I love myself. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not going to beat myself up for this. I deserve love. I deserve a happy life. I'm not going to stay in this victimhood. I'm going to be strong and I'm going to move through this. And if there's a decision I need to make, I'm going to be as quiet as I can in my life and really tune in to what my soul is telling me to do. What change do I need to make? Where do I need to go? Who do I need to see? And really sit with yourself. And then when you get the intuitive hit, it's kind of like the horse, right? We ride that horse out. We ride the momentum. We let the horse represents the universe, okay? You hop on the universe's back and let it take you to where you think that you want to go, where you think might be best for you. And a lot of times we have to feel into what feels good here. Does this new home feel good? Does this new job feel good? We have to go to those spaces and feel how we feel in them. And a lot of times when we go to an environment that feels right, we don't want to leave it. That's a huge like blinking light, like, yeah, this is right for you. This is where you're supposed to be. This feels good. My body hasn't felt this good in so long. And all of a sudden it's like a wake up call, and it's your beacon. It's saying, okay, this is your red carpet. Go in that direction. We always use our bodies as beacons. All right, let's see what page in the book we get, because I feel like it's going to relate to our bodies being beacons now that I just brought that up. Okay, I allow others to be themselves. We cannot force others to change. We can offer them a positive mental atmosphere where they have the possibility to change if they wish, but we cannot do it for or to other people. Each person is here to work out his or her own lessons, and if we fix it for them, they will just go and do it again because they have not worked out what they needed to do for themselves. All we can do is love them. Allow them to be who they are, know that the truth is always within them and that they can change at any moment that they want to. And it says, don't run around and try to heal all of your friends. Do your own mental work and heal yourself. This will do more good for those around you than anyone else. I feel like we've gotten this one before in another video, and it's page number 167. So I don't know if that means anything to anybody. That adds up to the number 14. But when we do allow other people to grow at their own pace, it's very freeing, because then it's like, oh, I'm not responsible for this person. Yay, they can just do their healing on their own. But if you're in a partnership with somebody who's not really wanting to do the work, and like we talked about before, a narcissist, they don't think they need any work. They will tell you that you're the problem. And if you are a beautiful soul watching this video right now, and you have a bright light, you are like the sunshine, you have a beautiful smile, you have good energy, people love being around you. As a kid, you just were so vibrant and fun and like fearless, and you would just dive into whatever. And all of a sudden you're an adult now, and say we go back to your 10-year-old self. Would your 10-year-old self be proud of the adult that you are today? Would your 10-year-old self admire the relationship that you're in right now? It's a big question to ask ourselves. And I know that I would be really, really proud of myself and where I'm at in my life. And I know the shame just came up again for me. All the bad things that I've done. Oh man. Oh, so many bad things. We're all human, you guys. We've all done shit in different ways. And looking back, I'm grateful for the lessons, because if I do really look back on it, I did change my behavior. And there's still some layers that I need to work out, but my body does feel free from that, from like the heavier shame that I used to carry. And the more we talk about it with people that will hold space for us, the more we release it. The more we cry about it, the more we let it out of our bodies. Maybe practice some Reiki, maybe go get a massage, start working out to move that energy out. But when we're doing this healing, if we're with a partner that is not doing this work, it's going to be really difficult to be with them. And it's going to be tiring, and you're not going to feel good because they're not nurturing your growth. And that's when it becomes difficult. And that's when, a decision sometimes might need to be made. And sometimes I like to say, if you don't make the decision, sometimes the universe will do it for you. Or sometimes you end up just staying, and maybe you have more lessons to learn. I don't know. Only your heart knows the answer to that. I always say, when you go to bed at night, pay attention to your thoughts. Are you excited about the next day? Are you dreading it? Write down what brings you joy, what pieces are draining, and then maybe really start to take action in your life to remove the draining parts. Okay, let's get a universe card from Gabby Bernstein's The Universe Has My Back, or Has Your Back. I'm also still doing the 12-month spreads of my animal cards. So you get an animal for each month of the entire year for 2022. So if you love these readings and you love the animal cards, I highly recommend purchasing that. You can Venmo me at Magic Michelle with 2 L's, and it's just $20.22 in honor of the year 2022. And you'll get an animal of every animal for every single month, and it'll be like your little guide for that month to tell you what's ahead. And then you'll also get a card description for that animal, so you can understand what it means and what it represents. And then you'll have full access to me all year long. You'll be able to text me. I'll send you voice memos of how I would interpret that animal for you. Yeah, and it's just a lot of fun to have like little intuitive guides, little animal guides each month to look forward to. Okay, I have my vibes speak louder than my words. So again, this is energy. The kind of energy what kind of energy are you giving out to the world? If you're a bright light, and if you're so attractive, meaning energetically, you just light up places, you're going to attract all kinds of people, and you have to use your discernment. There's a lot of darkness in the world right now. There are a lot of people that want to prey on your light, and they want to ride your energy. Do not let them ride your energy. And then I surrender to a power greater than me. We got another butterfly. You guys can see there's butterflies in this one. Transformation. And I also see this says spring is coming. So you're surrendering to your path, not knowing what's next, but trusting that when the caterpillar goes in the cocoon, it has no idea it's about to be a butterfly. I mean, do we really know if it knows? No, but I'm assuming it doesn't know. And it just goes into the darkness, and it's like, oh, I guess I'm just going to be in the dark, and this is how I die. But then all of a sudden it comes out and it can fly. So that's us. We are maybe coming out of the darkness or moving in this transitional phase, and we don't really know. And it could be one decision that moves us into the cocoon that transforms us and changes our entire life. Meaning one decision you make this week could change the whole course of your life. And then we have, oh, there's a new moon. I think there's a new moon on the 2nd of March, right? Which is Wednesday. And it says that, and I keep having my throat chakra have issues. Excuse me. The presence of love will always cast out fear. So if you are dealing with a decision to make and there's fear around it, you just have to keep coming up from a place of love. How can this best serve me? What decision do I need to make? Where am I not happy in my life? How can I make my life better? I'm in charge of my life. I'm in charge of my life. I'm in charge of my life. I am not the victim. I'm not going to play the victim. I can create things. I will allow the universe to work through me to help me make these decisions. I will pray. I will ask Archangel Michael, please step in. Please help me take action. Please help me move through this situation with grace. Okay. I love my vibes speak louder than my words. Because that's so true. If you're living in an energy of poor me, why does this always happen to me? You're living in your shame. You're being called to step out of that mindset and say, I forgive. It's almost like you're taking off a costume. All of the ways that you used to behave and the things that you've done in your past, let's do it. Let's unzip it and step out of it. And then we hang it up in our closet because it's a part of our path. And we always want to remember it, and we always want to remember what not to do. So we keep it in our closet, but it doesn't bring us fear in our closet because we're not going to step back into it, but we're looking at it and we're finding so much gratitude for it. And we're saying, I forgive that younger version of myself because I just didn't know any better. I was reckless. I was yearning to be loved because maybe I've been in a terrible relationship my whole life. I've never seen healthy love. I never had people that were present during my childhood to nurture me. And for me, I had people that were present, but it was just like a very unique type of childhood. I had a lot of weird little traumas that happened to me that made me feel unloved and abandoned. So I have that piece in my closet where I'm grateful because now I'm a very good aunt and I'm a very good teacher because I know how to nurture kids in a certain way that I was not nurtured. So once you can find gratitude for the costume that you're taking off and you're no longer wearing, you're lighter, you're freer, you're not still in that shame, you're letting it go. So the theme for March, speaking of March, I'll finish that thought though, but the theme for March is releasing your shame, taking off the costume. You're not that person anymore. You are new, you are loved, And you don't have to worry about anyone finding out about your shame. As long as you face it yourself in your body and you find compassion for yourself and you love yourself, nobody has to know. You hang it up in your closet and you just do better from here on out. And you guys can do it with me. I am making that commitment to myself that I'm just going to do better from here on out. I'm going to forgive myself, and I'm going to know that it was all perfect and I had to experience it. My soul chose to do those things for a reason. I'm not going to beat up my human self for something that I was guided to do. No matter how shitty of a thing it was, for some reason I did it, right? For some reason you did it. We don't have to figure out why. It's done, it's over with. Take off the costume and let it go. You are not that costume. You're a beautiful soul and you came here to learn these lessons. So speaking of March, I'm opening up a new website. It's on Patreon, and it's going to be an awesome spot for me to share like deeper messages like this and teachings and readings. And I'm gonna upload a ton of content, and I'm gonna have a membership fee. So you're just gonna pay a small fee at the first of each month, and you're gonna get. I might also upload like PDFs and some of my journals, and like we'll do live chats. You'll be able to ask me questions. We'll be able to talk all things universe. I'll pull cards live on some weekends. So it's almost like a Facebook community, but it's strictly for content creators. So it's called patreon.com. I'm going to link it below. I just created my own website there. And I would love for you guys to join. If you like these readings, if you like these morning messages, I might even kind of not cut these short, but I might do a little bit less on YouTube and more on Patreon for my subscribers, for the people that are paying for it. And I just want to like nurture them in whatever way that they need. And I'm going to offer you guys like to, give me suggestions on what you want from me. What do you want? More love readings? Do you want astrology readings? Do you love my energy reports? So basically the intuitive classes that I taught, I'm now going to offer them on Patreon so that you can watch the class as I upload the videos. You could watch it on a Sunday night, even though I uploaded it on Friday. So it's kind of like free access to all of my videos. I might also do like early access, like before I post on YouTube, I might create the video and upload it to my Patreon so that those members can watch it prior to everybody else on YouTube. Just a fun little avenue for me to express myself some more and to help you, the people that are really dedicated to self-growth, and you're wanting to learn all of this stuff and you're wondering how to read the energy in the world, how to deal with your anxiety. This will be a nice little home for me to land all of my content, all of my information, everything that's in my heart that I want to offer to people. It's my way of being of service. So I would love it if you guys would head over there and join ASAP so you can start getting some content. I'm going to start this week. I'm going to start with a couple love readings and then the energy for March. I'm going to do a whole video on the shame. I'm going to share about my shame. It's going to be very intimate on that channel. We can call it a channel if you want. But yeah, so I'm super excited. I just created that yesterday. I just wanted to offer a smaller space for people, and it'll be like a like-minded community where you guys will be able to chat with each other too. And we'll be able to have like open discussions on all of this stuff because life is hard. And we need guides and we need people to help us. So I think it'll be great for you guys to learn from each other. All right, I'm going to wrap up these messages. I hope you have a lovely day. I'll be back on tonight at 8 p.m. with my 13-day guide to helping you get your shit together. We're on day 8. So we'll see what day 8 holds. All right, lovies, have a good one. Peace out.